Hi guys! So I've really been wanting to make a video that's for teachers, but also for parents. The longer teachers are stuck at home or unable to go into class, the longer students are also stuck at home with their parents or with a caregiver. So I was thinking that today we could take a lesson that is super useful in class, but make it so that it's also extremely useful to use with children at home. So what are we doing? Today we're going to make puppets that will encourage children to speak out loud because they aren't the ones speaking, it's coming from a puppet. This is an amazing way to get them to practice pronunciation and also just building confidence. That's a really key part, especially if you're learning it as a second language. But even for myself, when I was a kid, reading in class was the worst. You used to count how many people were in front of you so you knew what part you had to read. It was always terrible when they would mix up the order. So I completely understand the nervousness that comes with reading out loud. One of the things that I really enjoyed as a kid was drama or art class. And if I can mix reading with drama and art, well, then that makes it so much more exciting for me, at least. How do we make it? Again, all you need is a piece of paper. I'd also suggest, of course, you're gonna need coloring stuff. I'm at home, so I just have highlighters, a Sharpie, some odd pens, a ruler, whatever you have. Honestly, it doesn't matter. Kids are super creative and they can make a whole design with just one color. So, take our piece of paper and we just fold it in half. If you have a design on one of the pages, on one of the sides of the paper, then you're gonna fold it this way with the design inside to basically cover it up. I think we used to call this a hot dog fold, so you're gonna fold it as a hot dog. Now that we have our fold, we're gonna fold it again in half. And then the next thing that we're going to do, so if you have your V shape, hold it here, and we're gonna fold down the tops. So we're gonna fold it down to meet the bottom. So now we have our V with a little wing, and we're gonna do it one more time. Awesome, you're done. That's how simple this project is. It might not look like much, but if you open it up, so it'll open up like an accordion, you have your two little wings, put your hand inside, you have a puppet. If you find that this is slipping, one of the things that we do as well is you can put your hand inside of this little flap here and inside the bottom one, and that tends to be a little bit easier to hold on to it. You can always tape this down, make it more secure, whatever you like, but again, if you don't have tape or staples and you just have one sheet of paper, you can make a puppet. How I suggest doing this project is read through the script first. So go to my blog or find one yourself. That's also totally fine. Find a script that's simple and suits the vocabulary level that your students are at, or just print it out and scribble in the word that makes more sense in case the vocabulary is a little bit too advanced for your students. And then read through it together and have the students decide which character they want to be. If you only have a couple of students, they can be more than one character. Just try to make it so that they're not talking to themselves the whole time. Try to make sure that the students interact based on the characters. For me as the teacher, I always choose the narrator role. That way they're doing the majority of the acting, they're practicing how their voice can show emotion, and then I'm just there to help guide them along through the entire journey. So my person, my little puppet, I'm just gonna quickly decorate it and make it into a narrator. And I'm gonna share some video footage that I have. It's extremely adorable. The kids that I was teaching summer camp to, or no, this was winter camp to, we did Little Red Riding Hood in class, and they were so cute, and they made little props to go with it. So they had a basket, they had everything that they needed, and it was adorable. So I highly recommend doing this.
Oh, what beautiful flowers. I will take some to my grandmother.
She left the little basket on the ground to pick up some flowers when suddenly...
Good morning, little Red Riding Hood. Good morning, Mr. Earth. Do you see that road? Yes, I do. Just follow that road and you will get to your grandmother's house. Oh, yes, I did. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, and boom, done. Simple. If you're not an artist, you don't need to spend that much time. If you are an artist, please go wild. That's amazing if you are. And here, now I have a little talking puppet. And when they're confident, sorry, I don't need to keep doing this. When they're confident, I like to put on a show. So again, you can set up your phone as a camera, and then I have everyone hide under the table, and then that's what we do. We put on a little show. You can teach your students about puppetry and what it is to be a puppet master. And these are real jobs. So the script will help you with their pronunciation, reading skills, vocabulary. You can spend as much time on that as you'd like. Then you can move to the puppets. This is a fun craft. It also helps to stretch your class if you're finding you don't have enough activity to fill in the time, or if you need to cook lunch or dinner and you need something for the kids to do. Then this is a great way for them to stay busy. They can make all the characters in the story, decorate them as much, make props. They can even make a little set. So feel free to stretch this out as far as you need it to go. And then afterwards you get to put on a play or a show. If they are your students, record it and send the video to the parents. I know the parents for our summer camps can't always come to the same country because our students often fly into Malaysia. So it's a fun thing to send back home to their parents. It's a fun way to see how they're progressing. They think it's really fun as well, and you can practice a couple days in a row before you put on a performance for other people. So I highly recommend. It's pretty simple, it's pretty fun, so give it a try. If you do try it, please comment, share your videos, tag me in them, follow me on Instagram and show me what you're doing, because I think this is great and I want to see what you do with this activity to make it so much better than my 20-second puppet show.